Hey everybody, how we doing?
Uh,
Seems like we got a little bit of echo going on there, Steve.
yeah, there's some kind of feedback there. Stalker, can you mute real quick?
I've muted everything in here.
No, I can hear you now. Can you go ahead and mute? It sounds like somebody's playing the show back on YouTube. Is somebody watching the show live on YouTube? Okay, you muted. I'm muted. I think that's coming back from you, Mike. Yeah, it is. That was you. Welcome everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing today? Great to have you guys here. I'm seeing Sasso, Robert Kite. See the Master Chef Truckin' Travis, Fidalgo Vapes. Ronnie, welcome. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome everybody. Welcome. Mike.
Hey y'all. That was me, by the way. I still had the preview playing in the background. Uh, if anybody is interested, the person in chat, that Master Chef Truckin' Travis, he has a YouTube channel, and if you're curious as to how we cook in the truck, go watch his channel. He'll show you how we do it. So thanks everybody in chat. Stalker, man, how you doing this week?
Yeah, not too bad. I've had the best week in my life, actually. Oh, not in my life, but for a lot of years. My little granddaughter come home from the hospital. There's a little Stella Rose. And I've fallen off a bit on doing any mixing because I'm too busy with this little munchkin. But life's looking really good at the moment. And yeah, I'm having the time of my life.
Good deal.
I love this I love this poppy
Steve-O?
job.
What you been up to?
Yeah, you've gone pretty quiet there, Mike. We can barely hear
you. Steve-O.
Yep.
Hey, what you been doing this week?
Yeah, been getting up to a bunch of mixing. Been doing playing with a little of all Flavora flavorings. Released a mango margarita out there, and then played with a pineapple orange creamy cake. So yeah, it's been fun. I've been working with Tam and Tam Vapes, and yeah, just been having fun. Trying to get back into the mixing and goofing around with a few things that I haven't really done before. So um, yeah, I'm really enjoying that, and just trying to have fun. Just trying to get back into the swing of things with all the negativity and all the problems that are going on and everything, and just trying to stay true to the core of what we do and what we are, and get back to enjoying what we do.
Okay.
So what have you been doing
I
this
do
week,
want to say this. I got an just working, buddy. Haven't mixed really this week at all, so I'm gonna do that today and on the show and after the show. Yeah, I got an email from Nick River talking about that they're now selling oil soluble flavors. Now, I think it's bad timing, but I'm not going to, get on them too bad. I do want to say, though, if you all order from Nick River, pay attention to their website. There is a red warning, red letters warning that these are not meant for vaping, but they are TFA flavors, Flavor Revolution flavors, and Loran's flavors. So just pay attention if you order your flavors from there. Don't order the oil-based ones because you can't vape those.
Yeah, it's bad timing for sure. I remember hearing about it, and it's a bad time to be rolling out something different, something new. I mean, even though they've got a warning on it and everything, but the exact nature of the product and what's been going on is just, yeah, I can't agree more that it's just complete wrong timing.
And apparently that FA anise has essential oils in it. Wayne Walker was saying it on, I think it was last week's show. I caught the replay, and he just threw it straight on the floor. He was doing some mixes, and he read the bottle, and apparently it's got essential oils in it. Now that's in a lot of recipes on ELR. That's got like 6,000 recipes with it in it.
That's a bunch with anise.
Yeah, anise from Flavor Art.
Wow.
There's nothing on ELR about it, and then that makes it hard because they were the original bottles, so it's got all the important stuff written on it. When they're rebottled, they've got nothing written on them.
Oof. Yeah, we're gonna have to really start paying attention and double check and really read into what we're doing, and watch what we're getting our hands onto, so we don't become that next statistic for the media to grab a hold of. That's not the last thing we need right now with everything going on out there. And the best advice that I can give is, look, I mean, for those of us that have been doing it, I know there's a lot of other people out there that may not know, but stick to the known vape shops and don't vape anything with oils in it at all. Period. Stick to the regular, e-liquid nicotine vaping. Just stay away from anything else. Don't put food coloring in there. Don't put your flavored vodkas and all this other stuff in there. Just don't do it. Be safe. Don't become that next statistic out there where the media would just have a field day. If we get more people being reported for illnesses, that they're going to just blame it on vaping. On what we know has worked for us and is safe for us, and we've been doing it for years. So we got to use common sense here. And we need to remain diligent about what we're doing to ensure that we're not creating problems for others. I mean, we really need to pull our heads in here and make sure we're doing the right things.
Hey there, Aaron's. We got Aaron in the chat, the Vapin Lizard.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now me included here for all the newbies. How do we go and check to see what's in the flavouring? Do we go straight to the Flavour House website and check there, or what do we do?
I think some of the flavoring houses have that. Some of them don't. You may be able to find it on, I know, like Bull City will list the flavors that have diacetyl in them. They'll have the triangle next to them.
Yep, I've seen that.
And stuff like that. But as far as stuff that has the oil in it, a lot of the time it's in the name. I mean, Loran has two different lines. It's a Loran's and there's Loran oils. So you never want to buy the oil ones.
Well, actually, just on that, speaking of Loran's, I have heard now. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things, but the banana cream clear by Loran's. Now, apparently, there's a coloured one, banana cream, that you should not vape.
Right. Well, and nobody knows what the food coloring actually does to you, right? I mean,
I don't think it's
point
got to do with I don't think it's got to do with the food coloring in it. I think there's something in it that you shouldn't vape, like possibly the oil, like we're talking the oils.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, one's called banana cream clear, and one's just banana cream. I forget. Someone told me that on one of the YouTube feeds I was watching. But yeah, that's one I know for certain, and the second one's that now is that FA&E, so I won't be buying that at all, because if Wayne throws it, you know, it's got essential oils in it. I've got too much going for me now, so yeah, I'm going to be a lot more cautious.
Right, absolutely. Did we send Adam a link in case he wants to pop in?
Yes, I believe so. If not, I'll do it right now. Give me just a quick sec.
Okay, I didn't know. He said he might have time, he might not. So everybody, what I'm going to be mixing with today is released a list of 20 flavors that they would recommend for somebody just getting started. So if you haven't heard of that, I can read them off, or you can go watch the show. It's about 20 minutes long. But I think they did a really good job picking out flavors for people to start with. You can do a lot with these 20 flavors. I did not have time. My intentions were to put these into my ELR and see what can I make and see how many recipes came up. But you could do a lot. So do we want to run down the list real quick, or just let people look at it?
Yeah, just go ahead and run on down the list. We can just mention what the develop crew put out there. I think it's really awesome what they did. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, you want to go ahead and name them off, or you want me to?
Do you have the list?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'll put it in our chat.
Yeah. So okay. So number one, we've got Liquid Barnes Vanilla Ice Cream. I mean, wow. I mean that right there. I mean that is like the king of kings for ice creams for me anyway. Personally, I like that over TFA or any other ones that I've tried. So I definitely like that one. One of the biggest staples that comes up next that I mean is an all-arounder that folks really love is Vanilla Swirl. Really great for taking off some harsh edges and working with that in recipes. Next up, we've got Inawera Yes Sweet Cheesecake, Bane cheesecake. I mean, that's pretty darn authentic. I do get a little bit of that. When you have cheesecake, it does have kind of like a sour note to it, almost kind of. In a real cheesecake, when you eat it and everything, it's kind of got like that sour note. And I think that replicates it pretty damn accurately. It's really, really good one. Another one is FA meringue. I don't tend to like it myself much. I tend to use TFA's meringue. I know a lot of people out there do use FA meringue, and I've even heard a few people say that the FA meringue tends to make them a little nauseous. I don't know. So yeah, that was one interesting thing that I read. TPA's Bavarian cream, very good. I definitely use that as well in a lemon meringue pie recipe that I have. Absolutely love that. Cap vanilla custard V1. That is a very, very heavily popular one and very interesting. Unfortunately for me, I get a strange off note that I can't describe, even after I've steeped it out for over a month. It's just something I personally can't enjoy, but I know tons of people swear by it. They love it. They enjoy it. The only downside with the vanilla custard is it takes a long time to seep out. Another one, TPA cheesecake graham crust. Very versatile, really good flavoring to use. Another one is Inawera biscuit. Oh yeah, there's two biscuits that I tend to use. That's Inawera biscuit and Jungle Flavors biscuit. Both of them are really, really, really good. Flavor Arts Cookie. That is another good staple to have. And then we've got Cap Sugar Cookie. Very good, very good. I love that one. Next in line is Cap Cereal 27. Capella Cereal 27 for me. I know people have said that they get cornflakes out of it. Unfortunately for me, all I get is AP. I've tried to use it. I've tried to work with it, but the only thing that I'm getting out of it is AP. I'm not picking up on that cornflake type note, but that's just me personally. And other folks may get something a little bit different out of it. I guess it just all depends on you. Um, Another one is TPA Strawberry, which I do have that one. That's the one I started out with. I do like that flavoring. That is pretty good. And another one is Inawera Shisha Strawberry, which is really good to layer other strawberries, or rather mix it with other strawberries. But we call that layering, so that you build up that profile of that strawberry that you're working with. Now, unfortunately, I know there are a lot of folks out there that are strawberry blind, and from my understanding and what I've heard, is a lot of folks will use Inawera Shisha Strawberry with, say, Alpine Strawberry by Flora.
Hey, Steve,
They can taste that. Yeah.
you've got a bit of reverb happening there, they're saying in chat.
Reverb. Okay.
Yeah. Turn your
they're
speakers down or
saying
something.
that you're echoing when you're talking.
Right. Okay. All right. I just turned my volume down here, so let me know if that's happening. Okay, so another one that we've got is an apple. So Flavor Arts Fuji apple. That is a really, really good one. And along the same lines that I'm thinking of, that I liked, was your Perillium Country apple. Those are really good apples to have. Next one in line, which I absolutely love, is Flavor Express Lemon. Um, what I like to do is I have a lemon stone that I like to use, which is your Cap Juicy Lemon at 1.5% and 2% on the Flavor Express Lemon. And for me, that makes a good, strong lemon stone in a recipe. Next up, you've got Flavor West Blueberry. I find that very sweet and almost kind of candy-like a bit. What do you guys think on that one, Flavor West Blueberry?
I haven't used it that I'm aware of at this stage.
Is that one,
I know,
Mike?
I think I don't think I've used it yet. But yeah, this was just the basics, just to get people in the door to mix, and then add on to.
Yeah. How about you, Mike? Have you mixed with Flavor West Blueberry, or did we freeze? Oh, looks like we froze there. Okay. All right. I'll continue to go over the rest of those. We've got TPA Banana Cream. That's one that I haven't gotten a hold of. Um, for TPA banana cream, but I want to get a hold of it. The two that I like to use is the Wonder Flavors Banana Puree and the Mullenberry Soft Banana. Those are the two bananas I like to use. Then next in line comes the Mullenberry Big Watermelon. I love that flavor. That is a very, very nice flavor. And along those same lines, I do like Flora buttermilk. I think that's pretty good. Now on to another fruit is Vape Train's Persian lime. That is a very, very good line to have. I do like that one. Next in line is one that I've used heavily with caramel, or caramels, if you will, and that is Flavor West's Butterscotch Ripple. That is
I
another
love that.
great one. It is so versatile. You mix that butterscotch ripple up with a little bit of caramel in behind it, and it is, oof, yeah, that's just a really good one to have. Yeah.
First, that was my first big bottle. And the only other one that I'm surprised they didn't put on there was strawberry ripe by TFA, because that is one of the most used flavors.
Yeah, I think one of the most key important things to note, though, is you have to determine early on whether or not you're a non-strawberry taster.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have folks out there that can't taste the strawberries. So there again, that combination between alpine strawberry and or a shisha strawberry perhaps could answer the question for you whether or not you can actually taste that. Um, and the last one that Develop Crew put out was Cap Super Sweet. Um, especially for, not all recipes require super sweet. You don't have to mix with super sweet, but I would imagine, in the beginning when I came off of commercial juices and stuff like that, I kind of used it a little bit. You will find recipes that you make that kind of call for it. And it's like, this doesn't taste quite right. And you throw a little bit of super sweet at it, and it's like, wow, hey man, that's pretty good. So I mean that's definitely something that can help add to a recipe. But just know that sweetener is not always required or always needed in a recipe. So that is the list or rundown of what the develop crew put out there as a basic list of a bunch of flavorings that you can use as a new mixer or what to get. So that's pretty good, man. Major props for them for coming up with that idea. Um, of course, lots of mixers will either agree or agree to disagree. I mean, I guess as experienced mixers, we start looking at stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, well, I have my own preferences and things that I have that I like. So, but I mean, overall, I have to agree with what they put out there. It's pretty damn good. I really do like that. Oh, okay.
I thought it was a really list, and you can do a whole lot with it.
Yeah.
You mix off this list if you was going to mix something. You got any ideas?
Yeah. Kind of lost you there a little bit, Mike.
Any ideas of what you'd mix off that list there, Steve?
All right. Well, I mean, you could definitely go for a strawberry cheesecake. You could use the or a like a strawberry flavored vanilla custard. I can see.
What about could you use
Yeah,
that
you
liquid
got the
bar and ice
apple.
cream with a couple of the strawberries to make like a strawberry ice cream?
Yeah. So one of the things I note in there is Fresh's quick custard, where you can go. I believe correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I think that was
No, it's got
we're missing
Flavor's
Flavora,
pudding.
aren't we?
Yeah,
We're missing the vanilla pudding. I'm
the
sorry,
vanilla
we're missing
pudding.
the vanilla pudding by Flavora. Okay. So yeah.
Because I should have had this already, but um, they made up. Develop did make a couple of recipes up. If you search on all the flavors, type in BMW as in the car, and it will bring up 4 recipes that they did last week. One was a butterscotch banana ice cream. Oh, they've done that. A lemon and blueberry cookies, easy lemon custard, and that's the same one, lemon and blueberry custard cookies. Now, how would you? Okay, so they're desserts type of thing. Cookies, yeah, they could go into the desserts. How would you go about making something, say, like, let's say, a candy, or something fruity?
Yeah, say that one again. Sorry.
Well, Develop's basically done desserts like the ice cream, the cookies, and a custard. Now, how would you go about making something, say, like a candy, or say something just fruity, sweet, not necessarily a dessert, like a fruity, I don't know, something fruity and fresh, so people could just freshen themselves up with some nice and fruity instead of like a heavy dessert. Does that make sense? It does in my head.
Kind of, not sure. I'm not sure that I'm quite following exactly. I do
Just
know
something
that
I
you do
can
have
like.
some more realistic flavors versus others that tend to be more candy-like.
No, I'm just talking about out of this list.
Out of the list, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Just out of this list, what's the recipes that we could make up? Say something like a candy or something like something fruity, something a little bit different than like an ice cream or a custard dessert, because I've already done 4 of those. What's
Yeah.
something on a totally different profile, like a candy, something fruity, just out of this list of 20?
Yeah, something fruity. Yeah. So you could always do a like you can use the blueberry, a little bit of the lemon to help boost that blueberry.
Let's
Um,
mix up something like that out of this here. I'll just open the ELR up.
yeah. So you could actually do an ice cream there. You could do it like a blueberry ice cream, and boost that blueberry with a
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
want to
lemon
try.
behind
Yeah,
it.
I was thinking of trying to stay away from the ice cream line though, just to give people a different profile.
Yep. Yep.
Because Develop's already done a couple of ice creams there. If we can
Yeah.
show some people something different,
Well, you could
candy.
definitely use the sugar cookie. You could definitely use the sugar cookie and throw any fruit into it you wanted. You got any ideas there, Mike?
Well, I mean, you could just mix the fruits together, but I think it's going to be kind of thin, right? Without any cream or without any. Uh, you could maybe put the meringue with a couple of the strawberries. Candy, I think candy would be hard with this list, like to get that actual hard candy feel. I think that would be difficult with this list. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of something to give them a different profile that they can make up instead of like just basic desserts. Also, I'm only vaping desserts and I'm after something different myself. I've got a lot more flavors than these, but
It's kind of weird that you bring that up because what I have set aside here is essentially like a butterscotch ice cream.
oh, that sounds nice. I
With
love my
that list,
butterscotch.
that is what just popped out of my head. Fidalgo, we're talking about the list of 20 flavors that Develop put out. Their suggested starting flavors for beginning mixers.
Well, don't get me wrong, desserts are nice and all, but I thought a couple of, some just to change the profile up a little bit.
I would do maybe the shisha strawberry with the Flavor West blueberry. Maybe a little lemon in there to brighten it up. And yeah, you could just hit it with a bunch of super sweet and it's going to be sweet as hell.
Okay, so shisha strawberry. What sort of percent
and
there?
I'll wear a shisha strawberry.
It's saying 2%. What percent you reckon?
I'd say 2.5 would be okay
so
on that.
There's the list on the screen. I've actually popped that up there live on the screen there.
Oh, you can do it. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I just put it in our chat. And then, what was it? Blueberry, you said.
Yeah, Flavor West blueberry.
And that's saying 3.5%. What do you reckon?
That's saying 3.5. I was going to say 4, so we're in the ballpark.
Okay. And then you said a bit of lemon. Was it lemon you said?
Yeah, the Flavor Express lemon.
And that's saying 2%.
Like a half a percent.
Was that 0.5%?
Saying what?
It's saying 2%.
Yeah. No.
So what percent do you reckon there, Mike?
Adam's saying 3.5% sounds good. I'm not sure which one he was referring to.
I'd say that'd be the blueberry.
Yeah.
What do we want on that lemon there, Mike?
Yeah, I said half.
0.5%, yep. So that's 0.5.
Right, all we're using the lemon for is right in the blueberry.
Yep. And super sweet.
Sweet, and that's up.
And that's saying 0.5. Take that up to 1. For a real sweet, or just leave it at 0.5?
You can crank it up to 1, as long as you like sweet juices.
Well, I think a lot of, like, when I did give up vaping, I bought butterscotch custard from the custard shoppy, and that, like, I've vaped that since doing my own juices, and boy was that sweet. But when I first started, it wasn't sweet. I might make that 0.75. We'll drop that down a little bit. We'll make it super sweet for the newbies. I'll make 20 mils of that up. 3 mils of that. Okay, so we've got Shisha Strawberry by Inawera at 2%. Blueberry by Flavour West at 3.5. Lemon by Flavour Express at 0.5. And Super Sweet by Cap at 0.75. How does that sound to you guys?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's... Sweet.
Okay, so I just put out the list there in chat of all the different flavorings out there that was on that list. There you go. Tam is saying it has some vanilla swirl to it.
I add some vanilla swirl. How much vanilla swirl there? That comes up at 2%. Yeah, so I haven't got chat on the screen while I'm doing this on ELR.
There you go. Yeah, all hell the swirl.
Yeah, how much on the swirl are they saying? It's saying 2.1%.
1%. Go 1% on the swirl.
1% on the swirl.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, I'll save this. Copy. Can one of you drop this into chat? I'll fill more of the details in later on. Like, I'll leave the link for the show and everything on it.
Here you go. Yeah, drop that. I'll drop that link out there and
I'm curious from Fidalgo why you don't like yogurt drink.
oh, yogurt drink. Oh, I love that. I haven't used it in forever though.
I haven't either. I'm just curious because of it's the overly citrus part of it that he doesn't like. Flavora smoothie base is kind of the same kind of profile, but after it steeps, that citrus kind of fades out a little bit, so it's not as heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like it. I did mix with that Vape Train yogurt drink. That was really good. But I can't remember exactly what recipe I did with it, but it was pretty darn tasty. I played around with
I liked it. A lot of people were just taking that yogurt drink and adding a couple of fruits to it and calling it a day. I did that after I first got it.
Yeah.
What was that one? The citrus drink?
A yogurt drink from Vape Train.
Yeah, yogurt drink was wow. I mean, yeah, it's pretty underrated. It's a really great flavor, but
Yeah, I don't have that one.
yeah, it's not used a whole lot, but damn, it's good. I'm trying to see if I can recall what I did with it because I know I did something. I did a recipe with it, and yeah, it was good. Yeah, that's funny. I can't remember what I paired it with anymore now. I actually did pair it with something.
And
all right, Adam, take it easy, brother. You have a good one.
Yeah, see you, Adam. Okay, that's fine.
So I'm in Chicago a lot. One of these days, I'm gonna get to go see him play.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yes.
Right?
Fidalgo saying that the yogurt drink is not underrated. It's overrated, by some you would say. That's a good one, Fidalgo. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like I said, I can't remember now, and I don't seem to find what I did with it previously, but I know I mixed it with something else. Yogurt drink and something else. It turned out pretty dang good. So I just wish I could remember exactly what that was.
Nearly done mixing this up, then I'll take it off to me shaker.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not as fast as the other guys.
All right. We'll see how this ends up, but I did 4% butterscotch ripple, 1% flavor art meringue, 1% caps custard, 2% liquid bar and ice cream.
Oh, there you go. Daytime Frank is saying to catch an Uber.
$45.
Yeah, and then R. Willoughby James is saying that he likes cat lemon lime. I've got to agree that's a banging flavor. The cat lemon lime. I've definitely mixed that up with some other stuff. I enjoy that one too. Yeah, I mean, one thing you could add to that list would be the Flavora vanilla pudding, so you could make Fresh's quick custard with the Liquid Barn vanilla ice cream.
Well, that's what I was going. That's what I was going to look at it towards the end of the show. You pick another, say, 5 flavors.
Yep.
To add to this for a growing collection, because we don't want to overrun them too fast like I used to do, because then you just get stuck behind everything. Just give me a sec. I'm going to take this off to my shaker.
All right. So what I can recommend as additions to that list that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is that Flavora vanilla pudding. Another one, actually, combination of 2, if you will, is yellow cake. So you could go with Flavor West yellow cake, but if you're not for all that sugar and everything that they have in the Flavor West yellow cake, you could definitely go with Jungle Flavors yellow cake as an idea. So those would be, a couple of additions there that I could think of to add to the list, to the beginner's list. Is like a yellow cake. What else would you think, Mike?
Well, I was going to say yellow cake, but I don't know. Outside of that list, something that you could add to it to do a lot more. They didn't have any peaches on that list.
No. That's right. Yeah. So what are you thinking? What do you think about a peach?
Probably Flavor Art White Peach, and maybe Flavora Apricot. Those two go pretty good together.
All right. So I mentioned Flavora's vanilla pudding to add to that list, and a yellow cake. There, Stalker.
Oh yeah. Jungle Flavors yellow cake, or
yeah. If you didn't want the sugars of the other one, Flavor West.
Yeah, and I'll say this: if I was just starting out and I'd never bought yellow cake, I would be completely 100% happy with Jungle Flavors yellow cake.
I've actually got that, but I haven't used it yet.
I like it pretty well. I'm out of it at the moment. Well, don't everybody talk at once.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I'm just filling up my RDA now.
Yeah, I'm looking through the list of some other things that I can think of just off the top of my head. One good one I can really recommend on there is Mullenberry's chocolate peanut butter milk. that's a kick-ass flavor right
well,
there.
I haven't looked at the chat, but let's just see about Tammy. Cookie Bite and Jamie. What's that Jamie Berry one? Because Tammy's a Jamie Berry. What's that one she loves?
Yeah, no. She said FA Fresh Cream and Flavor. Fidalgo says Flavor Lemonade. And R. Willoughby James is saying whipped cream for sure.
I think Salty Caramel by, who was that? That's Flavor West. That's a very good flavor.
Yeah, Flavor West. Flavor West is good. So is Vape Train Salted Caramel.
I haven't I don't think I've got their salted caramel yet.
And Liana, to answer your question, that's the question of the night. We have no idea.
Hey, Liana. Better bring chat back up. That's quite nice.
Yeah, Fuji apple was on the list, R. Willoughby. I would agree with the FA pear.
Yeah, forest
Tammy,
mix.
we cannot add all the flavors.
We can't add your list, Tam.
Tammy's going to have her own list, which at one time Tammy was working on. I guess that'll be coming soon.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what
about
different mixes come up with.
Absolutely. So, did you mix this week, Stalker? You mix anything good?
No, but I vaped some nice things this week. I haven't had a chance to mix. I've been too busy with my granddaughter. But what I did do, what I have been vaping on is Mad Pistachio. That's really nice. That's on all the flavors. I tried out Nick Cucumber Evans. He put out a bowl of Snickers or something the other week. That's, to me, a little bit dry. I'm going to try and add a little bit of super sweet because Steve-O said chocolate's
chocolate peanut butter milk.
Chocolate, what's called the super sweet helps with the chocolate. Hang on, let me bring up my list here so I can
There's another thing. There's a couple other things that I can think of that I know that kind of enhance the chocolate flavor. One is white chocolate without having to use a sweetener. You can also add a little bit of hazelnut into a chocolate. That helps boost that chocolate, makes that taste pretty good.
And the white chocolate helps cut down on the dryness. If you get dry from a chocolate, it helps make it a little more creamy.
Yep.
Addie Tooney's in chat. How you doing, Addie? Thanks for dropping those links, buddy.
Hey, Addie. I'm also about to, well, I've just released my first recipe, but I'm about to release one I made up myself, me chocolate one. Bowl of Snickers. That was by Nick. That's the one I've got to moisten up a little bit. Prickly Pear. That was by Liam. That's nice. That's using mostly Mullenberry flavors. And also I did Nanocane Shake by Nick Evans as well. But I haven't done it. What I just mixed up is the first thing I've mixed up all week since Stella come home because I've been preoccupied with her. I have to get in and make a few up. But yeah, no, I've just been playing around with other people's recipes and testing them out. That's about all I've done this week. But I'm going to try and play with this list and put another 5 flavors to it and see where I go from there.
There you go.
And I have to say, at 0.75, it's not really overly sweet. A lot of the long-time vapors will probably say it is far too sweet, but it's quite nice.
Yeah, if you wanted to add another fruit to that list, I would say Inawera's raspberry. It's Inawera raspberry Melina. That is a really good raspberry flavor.
Yeah, I got that.
Yep. That's definitely a banger.
But no, this is quite nice. I'll be vaping all that. The only thing off the 20 list I'm missing is that Persian lime.
Oh, that's the one you're missing?
Yeah, it's the only one off the list I'm missing myself.
Yeah, I've managed to get a hold of that one.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet either.
That's in the shopping cart at Chef's.
There you go.
We don't want to talk about my shopping cart at anywhere.
Yeah, I've got about 6 running. I got 50 in the I got 50 in the cart at Chef's. I'm waiting for their 20% off sale.
Absolutely. So, what have you mixed up anything good, Steve? Like anything new?
Yeah. Let me get into that. I'll have to share the screen here and manipulate everything. Just a second here. Yeah, so in mentioning earlier on, I've been playing with all Flavora. So let me bring that up here just a second. I'll get that into the screen in just a sec. All right. So basically, what I've been playing with here is a mango margarita. I'm hoping that is seen on the screen. It should be now. So basically, what I did was used all Flavora. So basically, we've got Flavora's lime to help back up the Flavora lime wedge there. And that's because the lime is known to fade a bit in the recipe. That's why it's backed up with the lime. You've got Flavora's mango. You'll have to be careful with that one. I've been told that if you push it up too high, it tends to get a little floral and you get green notes off of the mango. So it's probably maybe even better. I could probably try it again at about maybe 1.5%, kind of lower it down a little bit. The Flavora Tangerine, oh my gosh, that is a wonderful, wonderful orange flavoring. And then the Tequila Agave. And for a little bit of a tequila boozy note, but it's not really that strong in this recipe. And it doesn't, at point 0.8, it doesn't take over the recipe. So yeah, this one really turned out very, very nice, I must admit. And I was doing this stuff pretty much on my own. Then I had an idea after playing around and talking to Tam and hanging out with Tam Vapes. Oops, I'm going back into the same thing just a second. And then the other one that I decided to do was a orange pineapple creamy cake that I've listed out there. So basically, what I did was I used Flavora's pineapple, Flavora's pound cake for the cake part of it, a little bit of sweet cream, and then use the tangerine oranges on the top. I was using this picture kind of as a reference here. So back that out there a little bit there. So I was using that picture there as a bit of a reference of what I was trying to work with. You got a little bit of pineapple and you've got the tangerine on top. A little bit of cream on top of the cake there, nice sweet cream. So yeah, that's what I managed to play up with this week, and yeah, I've got that out there on all the flavors and everything. So really interesting recipe, and yeah, check it out, guys. So that's basically what I managed to work with.
Drop those links into chat there, Steve-O.
Yeah, hang on a sec. I got to bring that around.
Hey, Stalker, did you get a chance to taste what you mixed?
Yeah, I'm vaping it now. It's quite nice, and it's not really that sweet. I thought it'd be a lot sweeter than it is. I like it.
Now, what I made, I'm not tasting any butterscotch at all, but I know that one has to steep, that butterscotch ripple.
Yeah, well, this basically this would be a shaken vape, wouldn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, Country Living came in, and Goose Girl and Lori. Yeah, awesome, man. Haven't seen Country Living in a while.
Yeah, he said he was going to come on this week, but he just got home from work. He said he was tired. We'll try it again next week.
And Roger,
speaking of that,
H has dropped in.
Yeah. Speaking of that, anybody that's in the chat, or anybody that watches this, if you have any interest of coming on a live show and hanging out, reach out to one of us. We'll see what we can do. I mean, we're definitely looking for some new faces to put on the show, different perspectives from people.
Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, thanks, Goose Girl. I appreciate the comments. Thanks for that. Yeah, the two all flavor recipes that I did, it's taken me a while to get a hold of a lot of their flavorings, and there's still, I mean, I still have a wish list full of other flavors that I want from them. They're good. And the reason why I like using them so much is because you don't have to use that much. You don't have to buy as much. You don't have to use as much, and you can mix down low, and still get great flavor off the flavor flavorings. I mean, they're really great.
Yeah, and I struggle with flavor. Like if I'm trying to do an all flavor recipe, all flavor you can mix those really really low. It's like they're made to work together. Sometimes when you put them with other stuff, though, you got to mix them a little higher. But yeah, you can use them quite low and still get what you're looking for.
Yeah, and you don't have to use the recommended percentages that are out there and stuff like that. It's a game of trial and error. You work with you can get a baseline idea off of ELR, but if you're working with all flavor, I would say back it down off that baseline. You won't need it as high. But I agree with you, Mike. If you end up using it with other flavorings, you typically kind of got to push it a little higher. Um, to work in with other flavoring concentrate houses. So yeah, definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I haven't used a lot of flavor. I've got a fair bit here, but I haven't used a lot of it yet. I want to start playing with it.
They're really good, and the best part about them, right, is they were made specifically for vaping.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
I mean, that's got to be a peace of mind for people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, people have argued the fact that, do you think it's worth the price? Hell yeah, I do. I mean, I've got like I went and did a silly thing and I got 30 mils of Flavora's boysenberry and sweet coconut. I've hardly used any of it. And I'm like,
Right.
did I waste money doing that? Yeah, I did. But, it's a lesson learned, you'll figure out what flavorings, especially in Flavor, I would highly recommend 10 mils unless, you go bonkers and use a ton of it. But chances are most likely you're not going to, you know. So you can kind of be conservative. You can be very conservative with Flavora, and get away with it. That's what I like about that.
Yeah, well, and I mean that's a good point too. Buy small bottles when you first get a flavor. If you like it, you can buy more. Like Flavor cream. I use that a lot. I buy that in a 30 ml bottle. Um, Rich cinnamon, you'll never need more than a 10 ml unless you just really, really, really like cinnamon.
Yeah, yeah, you can blow your head off with that and Alpine strawberry easily. I mean,
All right,
those are like
you
super, super concentrated.
you you could probably buy a 10 ml of rich cinnamon and a 10 mil of Alpine strawberry and give half of it to a buddy, and you'd still be okay for quite a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've even heard of people mixing up like a 10% dilution or dilution of rich cinnamon and strawberry ripe. That way, I mean, they're making up a large amount of, that concentrate and diluted down at 10%, which really will also help it out quite a lot. But then, you're coming up with a customized flavoring concentrate. And then I think Aaron did it actually, the vaping lizard. And he put in, I think he had like 5% of Alpine strawberry or something in a recipe, and people freaked out. He goes, no, 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 it's a 10% dilution.
Right. And it's an older comment. My chat just reconnected. Who said it? Robert Kite. Yes. Mix to your taste.
Yep.
That is true. I mean, mix it how you like it. In the end, that's what you're mixing for. And yes, smooth vanilla, Eddie Tooney. Also, you don't need a big bottle of that.
Yeah, I got a 10 mil of that one too. I just recently got it in this week.
Yeah, I put a drop, maybe 2 drops in a 30 milliliter, and that's plenty.
There you go. Yeah,
Cool.
no, it's pretty awesome. You just really have to you have to find your flavor percentages, and it's very important that you learn the flavors as single flavor tests, and you need to do it at varying percentages so you know where you would like it in a recipe. I mean, obviously, it's just like cooking when you think about it. You're thinking about what is your base or main note that you want in your recipe, and then from there you're adding accents on top of it, like a cream cheese icing, say, per se. Lorraine's cream cheese icing is a really good one to use as an example. So if you were doing a cake, you're gonna want that cake base prominent because that's gonna be your main note in the recipe or your base, and then you're building on top of that like building blocks, just like you would if you were baking a cake. You put your base down. That's the largest or amount or percentage of the recipe that's going to be in that cake. And then you're putting your icing on top of it, and maybe you want some strawberries on top, or you want to put maybe lemon. You wanted to make like I've used like Effie lemon with Lorraine's cream cheese icing, so you have kind of like a lemon cream cheese icing. That's what I did. That's what it is. I use Vape Train's yogurt drink with because it's got a lemon note in it. With Lorraine's cream cheese icing to kind of make like a yellow cake. So I made a yellow cake with the Lorraine's cream cheese icing and the yogurt drink for that lemon kind of note of cream cheese icing on top of the yellow cake. That worked out absolutely awesome. And so that was one use that I found with yogurt drink from Vape Train.
Yep. Sounds good.
You got any questions this week, Stalker? Anybody in chat have any questions?
I had them written down, but I forgot. My only question would be for everybody here. It would be put the next 5 flavors to add onto this. I've just written down a couple. I think that lemon meringue pie by V1 by Cap.
Yep, Cap. Now, what I did notice was Cap V1 for the lemon meringue pie is not very strong in a gram note. It's great flavor. However, Tam says she picks up some cinnamon notes in the Cap V1 lemon meringue pie.
Well, I haven't
I'm
single
not
flavored
getting
yet.
that. And what I noticed was the Cap V2 lemon meringue pie has more of a distinct and stronger graham cracker like crust note into it. That's what I picked up between the two versions.
Now, Tammy getting that cinnamon out of it, I bet, right? Because I'm pretty sure I remember hearing that Capella graham cracker has some cinnamon in it. So that's probably what she's picking up on is the cinnamon out of the graham cracker.
Yeah, yeah. And the V2, like I said, the V2 has a more distinct, heavier graham cracker crust note in it than what the V1 does when they reformulated it to V2. So, because when I made up my lemon meringue pie, I remember the Vaping Lizard was going to mix that up, and he goes, "Oh, I've got Cat V1. I don't have V2 because I originally mixed it with V2." Then I said, "Yeah, do it and see what you get." It came out just as good. So I did end up ordering V1, and then I've got V2, and I smelled them side by side and checked them out, and that's when I noticed, oh, that's a cool mug. And that's when I noticed a difference in the gram note. So yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty interesting. But it seems that no matter which way I subbed it with V1 or V2, the lemon meringue pie turned out awesome. Absolutely killer. Either way you go.
Okay, so I've got down lemon meringue pie. I've got salty caramel by Flavor West because that's a nice flavour. That will go good with that butterscotch ripple.
Yeah.
Juicy lemon by Cap. Yellow cake by Jungle Flavors. And lemon Sicily. Now, which one do you reckon is the better lemon Sicily?
Flavor art. I prefer flavor art.
FA's, yep. Well, that's the only one I've got anyway.
FA Lemon Sicily. I like that one. Now, you have to be careful with the Cap Juicy Lemon. They do complain that it tends to fade. And that's why my lemon stone that I mentioned earlier was the Flavor Express Lemon at 2%. And then I backed it up with 1.5% of the Cap Juicy Lemon because that Cap Juicy Lemon is known to fade.
Yeah. Well, we've got that FE lemon already on the list.
Yep.
So, Mike, what would your 5 flavours be?
I don't know. What did I say a while ago?
Yellow cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jungle Flavors yellow cake. I'd probably add Flavora apricot.
Yeah.
FA white peach.
Yeah, white peach. Yeah. What about Capella? Is it Capella's Juicy Peach?
Yeah, I like that one too. That one is a little throaty for some people, but if you use it lower just to help support the other peaches, it's not.
Who is that white peach boy?
Flavor Art.
Flavor Art. Yep. 2 to go.
I mentioned chocolate peanut
Flavor
butter
Art
by
vanilla
Mullenberry.
bourbon.
Oh, yeah, vanilla bourbon.
Yep, FA vanilla bourbon. Yeah, for like a cream note.
Yep, one more.
And one of the ones that Tammy
Real
said,
Flavors aged bourbon cream.
That's a good flavor.
Or Cupcake World's Devon cream.
Yeah, I'll get your 5 up straight after this one there because I'm just seeing what the different mixers like to pick.
Yeah.
What would be your last pick there, Mike?
I'm looking. Let's go Flavor Art pear.
Pear.
Yeah.
FA. Okay. Now, Steve-O, what are your 5? What's your 5?
For me, I like Flavor West yellow cake. I don't care.
Yellow. FW. Yep.
Yep. Then I would have to say Flavor Arts Mandarin for an orange.
Mandarin.
And I would have to go with Vape Train's Raspberry Jam.
Raz Jam, yep.
And Strawberry Jam. I love those from Vape Train.
Straw Jam.
Am I missing one?
1 to go.
1 to go. Well, if I had to go for one, I would have to go. I would honestly have to go with Perulum, caramel coffee with sweet milk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for a coffee flavoring. That is one coffee flavoring that doesn't taste like burnt rubber.
Those Mullenberry ones are nice. The French and the Mocha. They are real good.
Yeah, I heard. I have yet to get a hold of the. Is it called double mocha?
Yeah, it's called. Where's my eyeballs? Yeah, it's double. Yeah, double something something mocha. 2 seconds here.
Oh, there you go. Robert Kite mentioned a really good one. I like Flavor Arts Blackcurrant. Blackcurrant's a good. There's just so many good ones. Like so many different
Double
fruit
mocha coffee.
flavorings.
Yeah, that's it. But just just to make it easy for the new mixer, because I've got to buy the devices and all that sort of stuff to start with. Just how to slowly pick up, because I normally buy 50 bottles at a time. I save up and buy 50, but that just swamps you in single flavour testing and everything else. And then you buy flavours to make recipes. And me personally, I got a brain like a sieve. I keep forgetting what I buy them for. But yeah,
when you make your list of flavors that you want to buy, just write out to the side of that flavor, because I have to do this, what you wanted to use it for, or what ideal that you had for it, or what recipe that it was for, and then hold on to that list for a little while. So when you look at a flavor and you go, "What the hell did I buy this for?"
That's a very good idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah, Addie Tooney is mentioning the new Cap Sweet Currant, saying that's good.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
Cool.
That's awesome, man.
You have that black currant, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, I have Flavor Arts Black Currant.
What kind of percentage do you use that at?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's around the 1% mark off the top of my head.
Yeah, see, anything for me over like 0.5% with that, it's way too dark.
Yeah.
It's just way too dark for me. Now, black currant, I guess it's supposed to be dark, but maybe if it's steeped longer.
I've got one for you. Now, if you had to pick one flavor and one flavor only to vape on, what would it be? Go ahead and put that out there in chat, guys. Now I'll start and I'll give you my one flavor that I absolutely use as an all-day vape every day. TFA jackfruit at about 6% is a single flavor. I love the thick mouthfeel that the jackfruit gives you, with that pineapple reference of being sweet and sour or sweet and tart. I absolutely love it. So if I was going down and I only had one flavor I could pick, that would be it. TFA's jackfruit. I love that flavor. That just rocks. What about you guys?
I'd go the mocha.
Mocha?
Yeah, I could vape that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have one, Mike? Do you think of?
I'm thinking just single flavor, huh?
Yeah, one single flavor. And yeah, you guys out there in chat, play along, man. So we've got Flavora Lemonade by Fidalgo. I love that lemonade. That's good. I got that one. So yeah.
I'd probably say cap sugar cookie about 6%.
Cookie. We need a cookie.
I like that. Stalker, did you see in chat that Simon was saying that you can add to your shopping list on the ELR from the recipe page? So if you see a recipe that you want, when you put it in your shopping list on the ELR, it'll add a link to the recipe by that flavor.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm just quickly looking at that now.
I didn't know that it did that.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting some good ones out there. We're looking at
yeah, it does.
Flavor Lemonade, Flavor West Jungle Juice, Flavor West Passion Fruit, or Vape Train's Lemon Meringue Tart, Flavora Pink Guava. Some good flavors.
Says 340 in my shopping list on the ELR.
Wow. I whittled mine down to about 22 in the wish list.
Oh, I've saved a lot of recipes. There's a lot of them I've only just saved to see how they put the certain flavors together and their percentages.
Yeah. But as I see more recipes and more ideas, and things of that nature, or people are saying, yeah, this is a really good flavor, then I'm sticking it in the old wish list.
Actually, another single flavor that wouldn't be too bad that you could vape on is from Flavor West is that unicorn vomit.
Oh yeah. Now I would definitely do Mullenberry's chocolate peanut butter milk as a single as well as like a backup. I would do that all day, every day. I mean, that is a banging flavor right there that I love. And one of the most versatile Mullenberry flavors for I did like a chocolate cheesecake with a with a cookie crust, which I used Mullenberry's Cookie Bite. So instead of using your Inawera biscuits and your flavor art cookies and everything like that, Mullenberry's Cookie Bite works good as like a crust for a pie.
And Fradago's even saying that vape train Sisha strawberry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
Yeah,
I
and
am so
then
behind on flavors.
yeah, I know some other ones that have been mentioned by Fresh03 is Flavor West Strawberry Milkshake. Another one, Flavor West Creamy Sponge Cake, which is like a Twinkie.
Yeah,
So I've heard those recommendations come out for Flavor West as well.
I've got to get that. The wife also liked that from Mullenberry, Blue Rock Candy.
Oh yeah, I have that one.
Yeah,
Do
Who's
you
that
get any
by?
cooling? Do you get any cooling out of that stalker?
I can't recall. I'll have a taste of it. I've got a batch mixed up. I'll have another go on that during the week, and I'll let you know. Because I've got a whole heap up there that I mixed up when I first got them. But yeah, she liked that by itself. Mullenberry, I'd have to say, like, okay, fair enough. A lot of Mullenberries are an M line, which are a few flavors put together, but still, that's only a single bottle. The Dr. Beat, I think it was called.
Oh, Dr. B,
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That's
Dr. Pepper.
like a cola type of thing.
It is, yeah. It's modeled like Dr. Pepper in the
Yeah,
U.S. where they sell it.
that's
They
not a
actually
bad
sell it
one.
over here in Kohl's. If you go into the international food market aisle, they actually have they typically will sell cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
What's
and
that cereal that you wanted, Steve-O, that they don't sell over there but you like?
Oh, stuff like Lucky Charms. Um, what's another one? We have Cocoa Pops over here. It just has a different character. It doesn't use the same. You know what I missed was the Frankenberry, the Boo Berry cereals when we were kids. Um, I miss those ones. Those were awesome growing up. I loved them. Where it was a frosted puff cereal that Wonder Flavors came out with. They have the cocoa puffs, and then they have um, the the frosted the frosted cereal ones.
Right.
Uh, that I got a hold of those. Um, so yeah, I miss those cereals. I wish I could create something like that. I'm kind of looking to kind of do something along those lines to try and come up with something like that eventually. And Wonder Flavors definitely comes to mind for the cereal part of it. And then adding in some marshmallow candy.
Fradago also says real flavored super concentrate strawberry milkshake at 4%.
I don't have that one. I have their strawberry gelato, and I absolutely love that flavor.
Yeah, I just recently picked up the vanilla bean gelato, and because I'm not a yogurt fan in real life. Tam put out a recipe recently that she released out on all the flavors and everything with all flavora, and it has flavora Greek yogurt in it. I'm not a fan of yogurts, Greek or otherwise. To me, it just in real life, I get like this chalky, nasty, chalky aftertaste. I mean, it's the equivalent of just smashing up a bunch of chalk and sticking it in your mouth, and it's like I don't like that.
Okay, Simon, I'd like to see a vape FA corn solo.
FA Corn Solo.
Yeah, he's put up FA corn. Laugh my ass off.
Oh, there you
I
go.
have FA corn. What percentage, Simon? Because here,
That's it. That's it, Flago. It's got to be a single flavour.
I definitely want to have a play around with that one eventually. I'll get around to it, which is the Wonder Flavors almond custard.
Oh, yeah.
if you do FA corn strong enough, you will feel like you got to chew it. I mean, it tastes dead up like corn.
No, he's saying not ever vaping that by itself.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Simon, I thought we were going to be risky. 10% dilution at 0.2.
You know, and the one that's
I'll mix it at 1%. I'll mix it at 1% tonight, and I'll vape it next week live on the show.
Oh boy. So another one is Loran's lemonade that's been likened to Country Time lemonade, and they say that that one's a good one to have. Is the Loran's.
That's a pretty good lemonade, but it does fade, at least for me. Like I've got to use that between 6 and 7%, and then once it steeps out a little bit, it's where I like it.
Yeah, another good one that folks are really loving is the cream filling by Wonder Flavors as well.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I've got to start trying to get in and play some more with these. Jump on the Discord and chat with some people because I've got a couple ideas I want to make up, but not exactly sure how to go. That's the benefit of having this community. You can get on there and chat to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And for all the new mixers, I know we haven't got a very large audience, but hey, even watching on the replay, there's lots of people out there willing to actually help and steer you in the right direction. Then it's just a case of adjusting the flavours accordingly. Because I've done that with a few. That Nanocomb shake, I've got 4 variations of it. I've tried different bits and pieces, mixing around and playing with it. That one that Steve-O reviewed on his show, Kitty's Pink Mess.
Yeah, a little kitty bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mixed up how he had it because I believe you should always test the original just to see, and that also helps you determine how much difference the flavour is. I took out the sweet strawberry out of the original. This was Fresh's idea because Lumi got a floral note. I don't get that myself, which I found out. But I replaced the sweet strawberry with Shisha Strawberry by Inarira. And it's bloody nice. So, yeah, also, like when you see a recipe, try to sub it out with different, because each company's got their own variations of flavours. Try it with something different. Be experiment. It only costs a couple of cents. If it's wrong, don't make up big batches. I make up 20 mils. Because sometimes trying to get out 0.02 or 0.05 is hard. I make up the 20 mil batches. Worst case scenario, if it's that bad, I'll just hate vape it in one of the mech mods so it goes fast.
Right. Stalker, do you have any like fruit and cream recipes that you really like?
Fruit and cream.
Fruit and cream or fruit and custard? I was just going to say, if you have a base recipe like that, and say it's a strawberry custard and you want to single test a blueberry, if you know how that base tastes, you can put your blueberry in there and single flavor test it that way, kind of, sort of, and get an idea of what that flavor tastes like. So it's not so, the single flavor testing gets monotonous, right?
Yes.
Just tasting one single flavor, one single flavor. So if you have a good base that you like, you can add that to that base and then try it that way.
Would that work the same with like if I've got the cheesecake base?
It should. I mean, you should be able to change out the fruits, and get a feel for what the fruit's going to do that way.
But then I suppose I could just use that. I could use Fresh's quick custard.
Absolutely.
Because I've got that. I don't know if I've got many fruit custards. But yeah, I've had quite a few cheesecakes of late. I got a, I think it's a pistachio one. That was quite nice. That was by Kegler on ATF. I've had Steve-O's chocolate cheesecake. But yeah, I might try that. I'll taste up the base custard by itself, and then I'll start adding some fruits. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. It just breaks it up so it's not so boring. I mean, I do that and I use Fresh's custard base. I usually keep about 120 mils of that mixed up.
Yeah.
And then when I get in the mood to test something out, I just put that in a 30 mil bottle and add my fruit to it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So, all right, y'all. It's 8:30. Y'all, Daytime Frank will be on his channel at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Go over there and check him out. And Stalker, where can they find you, buddy?
Mate, I'm in Discord, down the rabbit hole, Amy's. You can find me there under the Stalker. On Facebook, I'm Kev Shell Vapes on, and on here, of course. That's about the only places I am at the moment. I'm on ELR and ATF. I'll have actually a recipe up now. My first ever recipe. This one we just made up, and it's quite nice. So yeah, now I'll have a recipe up, and possibly another one coming up in the next day or so. A chocolate coconut.
Fidalgo, that's Frank's show is at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And where can they catch you at, Steve-O?
Yeah, so guys, you'll find me here on Vapin with hanging out with Vapin Trucker. You'll find me on Down the Rabbit Hole with the Vaping Lizard, and then you'll find me on the Discords with Down the Rabbit Hole Mixing there on Discord, the Daytimes Frank Discord, his Facebook page. Tam's Homegrown Alchemy and everything, Discord, Facebook group. So I'm around the Facebook groups, the Discords, the different Discords out there that are available, and everything. So yeah, that's where you can find me, guys. And again, I want to thank you, Mike, for having us on the show once again. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to hang out with you. Thank you so much.
Well, as I said before, Steve, thank you. Like I said, without you, there wouldn't be a show. Especially right now, I can't push it from the truck. So thank you for doing that. Stalker, thanks for coming back every week, man, and having questions and
thank you,
contributing. Everybody in chat, thank y'all for stopping by. Those that watch the replay, we'll be here next week, 7 o'clock Saturday Eastern. Like I said, go check out Daytime Frank. He'll be next. As always, y'all, stay safe, keep on trucking, keep on vaping.
Later, guys.
Bye.